Good evening. What's going on? Had a good little nappy nap. Hold on, I'll be right back. I just gotta let the doggy out. She's been waiting. Waiting a little while. I got banned from Twitter again. Oh, it was a post about Trudeau. Katy Perry is pregnant with Justin Trudeau's baby. And they said, I hope she has a miscarriage. And they called it violent speech, but it's not. It's not, because there shouldn't be any more Trudeaus in the world after what we went through. Oh my God. Go pee. Oh, it's nice out. Not too hot. What's that? A doggy barking. Hear him? Woof. Woof, woof, woof. Go pee. Here, you go pee and poo, and I'm going to set up my next stream. I didn't work long earlier. Probably because I got a little bit demoralized by my punch breaking. Oh, man. Well, I only got banned from one Twitter. There's two Twitters, so I'm not that worried about it. Oh. Getting harder to get motivated. I'm gonna have to ignore the news completely for like a while to get remotivated. There's a lot of bad shit going on. I still gotta get dressed. Yeah, I gotta finish punching through this hole. It's so close, man. If I measured in, I swear it'd be like the same depth almost. So there's just a little plug holding it in there now. But before I do, I'm gonna put this in the forge and straighten it out, and then dunk it in hot water, and then I guess maybe put it back in for a second and let it cool or something. I don't know. Hold on, be right back. Oh, yeah. Oh, my back's a bit sore. Go poo, Raven. Go pee. I'm out of dog food, so I'm feeding her whatever I eat. You know what I mean? Last night we had tuna and Kraft macaroni. It's pretty good, actually. I gave her half, or just under half, because she's smaller than me. And tonight, I don't know. I think I'm gonna make rice with some Brussels sprouts or something. Or rice is the best for them. If you're gonna feed them human food, it's ground beef, vegetables, and rice. It's better than dog food, actually. If you can afford it, you're better off feeding your dog ground beef, vegetables, and rice with a little bit of the fat drained out. I mean, not too much fat in it, beef fat. But yeah, almost every vet I've been to when I was younger, they said like my dogs. Sometimes they had stomach problems. You know, they get it's from the dog food usually, or they get into something and they get like a stomach bug. But yeah, if your dog ever gets like sick stomach, feed them ground beef, rice, and vegetables, because they're omnivores like us, right? They're meant to eat vegetables, meat, and grains, I guess. Come on. I thought you had to go real bad. Oh, I got a clamp too the other day. I forgot about that. It's got a piece of wood on it. Hello. You're a good girl. Sucker here. It's a bigger, longer clamp. I needed one of these, but it's been repaired, so it only has a block of wood there on the end. But yeah, that'll help too with making stuff. More goodies. Come on, let's go upstairs for a minute. I gotta get dressed. Come on. What are we gonna eat for supper? What do you want to eat? Oh yeah, there's a little bit of ground beef. Yeah, that's what I'll make. I'll make like ground beef. I'll chop up some Brussels sprouts because they give me a bag of Brussels sprouts at the food bank. I don't eat a lot of stuff that's bad for you, actually. I eat really healthy. Just not enough vegetables. Just gonna finish my coffee. Oh, I need to work like a full day, but I always end up getting tired. Oh, yeah, all the news is really depressing. Like the latest news of the Canadian government's gonna be hiring foreign mercenaries. What could possibly go wrong? Foreign mercenaries to put in our military to use against the Canadian population. Wonderful. That means pretty much anybody that disagrees with the government, I guess, which is people like me. So that's why I was saying earlier, I might have to go back to the United States. It's getting very totalitarian up here. Let me check this out while I wake up. Where's my damn vape?
This is my Beaudry hammer. It's more or less a jewel in my shop. I picked it up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, probably close to 20 years ago. It is a little bit different than a lot of the
You
hammers.
just pick something like that up.
A lot of the Beaudrys ran on a slack belt. This has an internal clutch in this.
That's a Cajun name, eh? Beaudry. That's an Acadian name. Or French name. It's a French name. I'm not sure if there's any Beaudrys here. More of a Louisiana name. I don't think there's very many Beaudrys here, but there might be. There might be a few. Names up here are like Robichaud, Melanson, LeBlanc, Godet. Who else? There's a whole bunch of names. Yeah, Beaudry sounds. Maybe a guy named Beaudry invented it or something. I don't know. There's another one with a French name too. I'm watching these.
This big flywheel. And
Shit, I forgot my vape downstairs.
I like that. It also has a good brake on it. I put,
Massive.
it had a 7.5 horse, 800 RPM motor on it. And it was a 3-phase motor. I ran it for a while, and I didn't like having to start my phase converter, which is in the other room. So I put a 10-horse single phase
110.
motor on it with a magnetic switch that I can switch right here, and it turns it on back
That's cool.
by my circuit breaker stuff. I just put a brand new belt.
It was running 110, but then you can flick a switch and it turns to 240 or whatever. Neat.
On it, and it'll probably last another 100 years.
What happened to the old belt? They just stretched and worn out?
It got to be that the layers were coming off it and it was flopping around. And I had a friend or two that was quite concerned that it was going to wrap around my neck and
Oh gosh.
tear my head off.
So what is the clutch doing in that big flywheel? Why would it need a clutch? What's the point of that?
Well, when I start it up, I'll show you. But this wheel, the outside of this wheel runs constantly. The inside that transfers the power over here to the drive shaft and the piston that runs the hammer up and down doesn't run until you put the clutch in.
Oh, so it kind of maintains the power and like
Right.
the ability to like transfer the power, but it's not
running
sending
all
the
time.
hammer up. Okay, cool. So how did you find this? And how you said it was in
I
Oklahoma?
found it.
How'd that all happen?
I found it on a blacksmith magazine classified ad, and called the guy, and we were in Tulsa, Oklahoma in about 4 days.
So you hopped in your truck and just
Actually, I flew to Colorado, and my friend Leonard met me there with his pickup and trailer, and we drove down to Tulsa and picked it up, and it was the worst ice storm they'd had there in umpteen years, and there were so many wrecks, and It was
Wonder if I should try to
insane.
make another hammer.
And there was, in fact, Leonard fell on his ass. He got out of the
Why not?
pickup.
Cook some food later,
Feet went
rice
up
and
and he,
Oh gosh.
it was just a solid sheet of black ice.
Oh, with the hammer on the trailer, like on the way back.
Yeah, well, getting there and coming back. It was,
Oh,
there were
gosh.
semis upside down in the road,
Oh wow.
wrecks just constantly until we got clear through the Rockies. And
Oh,
What
sorry.
year?
Watch
What
your
year do you think that was? Some
chair
Oklahoma guy
roll.
might remember that
they
storm.
they would remember it.
Oh, I rolled my chair and it went
it
under
was,
paw.
it was
It's okay. Sorry.
unreal.
Wasn't trying to hurt
The
you.
power lines were sagging,
It was an accident.
and they had big ice, this big around.
Holy shit.
Dragging the power lines down. What was the hammer? What kind of shop did it come from? And how do you I guess just a normal forklift can move one of these around, or how do you do that?
It's not that, well, I say it's not that heavy. It weighs probably 7,500 pounds.
Whoa.
The sow
10,000
blocks,
pounds.
hugely heavy.
7,500
We put the
pounds.
sow block in the pickup, actually, and then put the hammer on the trailer. So we had something to weight the pickup down with. To
These
give it a
guys,
little
the
more
bigger
traction.
shops are lucky.
Man, on snow that would probably be good for traction, but on black ice you're kind of screwed whether you're heavy or light, right?
It wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered.
We only got broke loose once in all that time, and it just went like that a little bit. This is the sow block. It's a separate piece
You'd
on
have to have that thing strapped down on the back of a flatbed trailer.
this hammer. On some of the big power hammers,
He said
this
they moved it in the snow, so it was like sliding around on his trailer or whatever. Fuck.
is all cast into one unit, but on the bigger hammers, this is separate, and it's got a big flange down below here that is under here, and it's bolted to the floor and down into a rebar matrix. It's down into the concrete separately, and then the hammer sits down over the top of it, and it's bolted down through the floor into this concrete.
Now I see why people are copying the die there. See, one part's flat. Hold on, watch.
Block with rebar.
One part's flat and one part's round. So you can do both. The rounding part would be to draw out the metal to make it longer, and the flat part would be to flatten it out. So that's kind of cool. If I make one of these next week or whenever it arrives here, the what's it called? The jack, the 20-ton jack. I'm gonna have to make some dies like that are both round and flat. Maybe just flatten one side or something.
Bar through it, and these bolts coming up through that hold it down. It's never moved. We bolted it down, and it's never moved. There's 7 yards of concrete under it,
Holy fuck.
and
How did you get it in here?
well, when we brought it in here, this was the end of the shop.
Oh,
I tore the hole out, and we poured the slab, and then I just picked it up with my excavator and set it on the slab, and then I built the lean-to around it, and then we built the addition to the shop.
Yeah.
So
and I'll say when we used
Yeah,
to
you ain't moving that thing without tearing a wall out or something.
film here, it was just beautiful. The light would dump through this. It was like
Yeah,
a.
you should have left that on there. You should have left like some plastic, see-through plastic, like a greenhouse or some windows or something. That's beautiful.
Skylight style, and it just looked, the hammer looked like an angel sitting here with light all on its shoulders, but a little darker at the moment.
this is a slack adjuster. You can just see the end of it.
It's a massive.
Can you see it moving up and down there? It's a big pulley.
Where the hell would you buy a new?
And
bolt
it's
for
an
that?
old pulley. It probably came with the hammer. It's worn clear through in a place or two.
Wow.
And it works off of this treadle. And the treadle is what turns the hammer on. And you can see things were moving there
Yeah, let me get back.
because,
All right, go ahead and hit your treadle. Let me
well,
show
it
these.
won't work as good because it went down. The
Oh.
hammer went down because it released the brake.
Oh, got it.
the clutch and the brake
He's
are
old, man.
coordinated,
He's like 80 or something,
and when you push down
70 or 80.
the treadle, it lets the brake off and engages the clutch.
He's still doing it.
These shims, this is just how the sow block is tightened in there. That's just the way it's done. These wedges right here, not shims.
I was trying to move it over just a little bit to get it centered in the hole, so I just put those in there when we set it in.
I see.
The sow block actually is in two pieces.
Yeah, I see
This
that.
top part has a wedge here, and it needs to be knocked out because over the years it's gradually moved this way, and I can't get that damn wedge out. I need to get somebody young and strong. Well, I've had a couple of them beat on it, but we need to knock that wedge
Get
out
it
and
out of there. Jeez.
knock the sow block back
Scoot it back over.
because the hammer and the bottom die is not quite in line.
I see.
But it's a small thing.
All right. What about the dies? Is this like just as only these are the only dies you need in there, or is there?
The only dies I've ever had in it. They're combination die.
Combination die.
I'll start it up so you can see them better,
Yep.
Nate.
And this is the
I
magnet.
almost hope they don't unban me from Twitter. I did an appeal. I almost hope they don't because I'm getting sick of looking at all the depressing news. And it's hard not to go check, you know what I mean? So if they ban me for like a week or two, it might almost be a good thing. Just not seeing all the depressing news.
Switch is what you said. This is up here. Is that?
It's a remote switch to a mag.
The same Borax mule team. Or is it?
I'll start it up so you can see them better,
Yep.
Nate.
Right
And this
there?
is the magnet switch, is what you said. This is up here. Is that?
Mule team, Borax. Yeah.
It's a remote switch to a mag switch. The mag switch is back there, and you'll hear it click. But you can't switch a 10-horse motor with a switch like this.
Right.
Now you can see the combination. These are narrow dies, and they're used for when you really want to pull a piece of steel, and this is for flattening things out.
Yeah. When you put the 10-horse single phase to the motor boats before, did that actually deliver more overall horsepower to the hammer, or did it run the same whether it was a 3-phase? Just the motor is the only kind of place that showed a difference.
So knowledgeable, right? Just a whole lifetime of experience of making things and, information.
I don't know that it made any difference. It was running
Nowadays, people treat old people like shit, but I don't because they're smart. If you're smart, listen to older people. They know what they're talking about.
fine with a 7. I ended up burning it up, actually.
Oh.
But some
And
things.
of course it was, I don't know how old. It looked like it might even have been original because it was mounted directly to the hammer. It was bolted, and the
Or
hammer
at least from World War II era, that machine. Who knows?
was cast for that hammer, for that motor mount,
Oh, got it.
and it was integral. So
Doesn't say here.
when I put the 10 horse on, it's of course a 1700 or RPM, 1700 RPM. I had to put a jack shaft on there to cut the motor speed in half.
Oh, because it was going to be too much.
Well, it was running too fast. You can't run the hammer that fast. So it already beats 200 and some beats a minute. So
Wow.
it's moving.
Did you make it the jack shaft, or how
Yes.
Wow.
I did it with a lathe and stuff, and it's all it is a set of pulleys and belts that. Can you see it at all?
It's a little dark. I don't know if I'll be able to.
Jack shaft.
It might show up there. So the jack shaft is the center, in the one in the middle of that top pulley. Is that
Yeah.
it?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It just changes your motor speed from 1700 RPM to this upper pulley, which
Yeah.
is half the
It's like a gear ratio. Yeah.
diameter of the lower pulley, so it's running half the speed,
Nice.
and that's running right into your hammer. Then I put pillow block bearings on it, and
Yeah.
then it
I don't know
runs.
what those are. Hill block bearings.
Put pillow block bearings on it, and
Yeah.
and then it runs the hammer that way. It wasn't a hard thing to do.
Do you know anybody, or have you seen any similar hammers to yours around, kicking around, or is there?
Not
Is this a super?
not with the clutch.
Okay, that's kind of a more rare
Right.
variation.
I've seen a couple of them without the clutch. There was a knife maker here a couple months ago named Salem Strobe that has one but he doesn't have the clutch. He makes some wild Damascus, man. It's just something else.
And how big did Beaudry make
I
hammers? Is
tried
this the bigger end of what they did, or?
I tried forge welding or making Damascus
I don't really know.
next month.
You know, this seems like a big hammer. In forging hammers, it's not a big hammer. In
Yeah.
fact, it's kind of a small hammer.
Yeah.
They get huge and
Yeah.
they're unbelievable.
Yeah,
Hell,
there's
you
some
can
as
drive
big
a
as
pickup
rooms.
underneath.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
The biggest one was built by the same company in France that built the Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
And there was one in the Bethlehem Steel Company that they made, but it's been destroyed. There's still one in France, but it's not being used. It's out on a display place.
Wow.
Wow.
And I can't remember how many 100 tons it is.
Well,
But
that's right, because the Eiffel Tower is made out of steel completely. So they would have had to forge that steel or pour it or something.
it's one of
Wow.
those things where you put a massive block under the thing with a
Machine.
forklift, and then it goes boom,
Yeah.
and you've got parts.
Yeah.
It's just, they're insane.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch the videos of them working because
Yeah.
I think
And
at one
yet
time
the
steel-
scale, like on a hammer like this compared to your small hammer, which does the same thing, is
Yeah, that's what I got to make is a smaller one. But right now, all I can afford to make is a press, which is way slower. But I need I need like a mini hammer that goes bang, 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 bang. Then you don't have to hammer with your arm, and you don't have to heat up the metal as much. Let me find that video. There's a guy down in Louisiana. He'd be a relative. He'd be a distant relative because his last name's the same as my grandmother's last name. Why is this so slow? What if I can see? Oh no, I can just find it here by searching it. Yeah. So I gave him a follow. Where is it? This is the one I want to build. Yeah, here he goes. This is the guy. This guy would be related to me somehow, distantly. The Robichaux Power Hammer. Because my grand-mère was a Robichaux. This is cool. This old guy made this. It's really simple.
How you doing? Fixing to give a little demonstration of my little tabletop power hammer, and then I'll give a little tutorial.
He's a big
Here
fucker.
it goes.
6'3". Chunky though. Yeah, check this out. This is so cool. That's what I need to make. I found this the other day, video. But I couldn't sleep. I was just looking at video after video after video. I mostly watch videos on people making stuff and learning and shit like that. Isn't that cool? I'd make like a bigger version of that. A tabletop power hammer. This is one of the coolest ones I've ever seen.
There you go.
Neat, eh?
Hello, Ron Robichaux here.
Yeah, Ron Robichaux.
A while back I gave a little tour of my blacksmithing shop and specifically my little power hammer here. Got a lot of great response, a lot of thumbs up. Thank you very much for everybody that appreciated it. I got a lot of questions and requests to show how I built it and show it working, so I'll try to do that. I'm not very good at this, but I'll give it a shot. Once again, basically it was just, I used scrapyard materials. That base at the bottom is just an oil fill flange, something heavy and wide so that it wouldn't wobble on the table. The flywheel is another one, just a smaller one. I made it, the height I made it, I just didn't want it too tall, just for room, and I didn't want it to wobble. I think I did just right. It's pretty stable. There you go, the how I built it. Just a
cool, man. He responded.
Welded across with some bearings inside with a 3/4 inch bolt.
Back here.
So that it wouldn't wobble.
His comment never showed up on my notifications. That's crazy. Yeah, so see, there's the motor, and he's got a little foot switch down below. He steps on it, and the motor is mounted to a spring. So whenever he steps on the pedal of the little arm thing, it pulls the motor downwards, and then that little rubber belt tightens, and then it starts the motor. But when it's not being stepped on, it's just rotating, right?
Table. The flywheel is another one, just a smaller one.
I could probably get these parts for real cheap.
I made it, the height I made it, I just didn't want it too tall, just for room, and I didn't want it to wobble. I think I did just right. It's pretty stable.
Go quiet though. Hold on,
there you go, the how I built it. Just a piece of tubing welded across with some bearings inside, with a 3/4 inch bolt.
Yeah, I got 2 bearings here, and I got a shaft too. This is all from what you call it, a treadmill. I took apart an old treadmill and kept all the parts. Then it had 4 bearings or something.
Through, welded to the flange there.
I'd probably need a bigger wheel though. See the metal wheel that he's got there? It doesn't have to be as heavy steel as that. It could be like lighter steel. Yeah, I need to get 2 wheels, a pulley wheel, flywheel, whatever they call it, and some kind of round wheel for the front. They don't even have to be the same size, because those 2 aren't the same size. And then just make the mechanism at the front. I forget what it's called, where a shaft goes through and then it's got a hole. There's a certain name for it.
And just goes through bolts.
This is the best design I've seen.
To the back of that pulley. Works pretty good. I got the motor mount right here. How it works, it's just a piece of
neat, eh?
I don't know, 3/4 inch bar that I came through, bent it at a 90-degree angle through the floor, and then it goes up through the base, which makes it stable for when you
steps on that.
Step on it, it goes up and down with no problem. Guided.
Yeah, the motor's on a hinge, it looks like. See, behind there? So it's like a plate of steel on a hinge. Then he just steps on that lever and it pulls it downwards.
The motor
I got a motor downstairs. I could do this with
what I did is I made a wooden version of it just to make sure everything was going to work, and then just went out there and found the scraps of metal to make it work.
Right there, that's what matters, this part here. So it's like you got to weld a shaft to the flywheel, and then you slide it on there. Then there's a spring that keeps the arms under tension. Yeah, right there. I should snap a picture of that. Copy it exactly. Yeah, and I guess the spring forces those 2 arms outwards, so that no matter where the wheel is, you know what I mean, it keeps it like sort of centered. Then there's a steel pipe with a puck of steel sliding in and out of a steel pipe.
Here's the triangle setup.
Yeah, right there. You need to take a picture of that. Hold on. Screenshot. See, we're a smart family.
Traditional. I found the billet and a piece of pipe that
I have a billet downstairs. I showed you guys before. It's like a round puck of steel. It's a big solid. I should weigh it and see how much it weighs. It might work for this. Exactly what I need.
The other, which was kind of lucky. There's some other things I could have done. The bottom base here, I was gonna weld a ring.
I don't know how many horsepower that is.
The dies, you know, to rounding or flat or whatever, and I could do that still, ground it off. That's one thing I would do. I can do up to about 1 inch stock in here. If I put a smaller billet or a base, I'm sorry, then I could do bigger stock, which I don't think I ever will do, just to draw out reins for tones and things like that.
He's just got a piece of square tubing in the back there. just one piece of square tubing, and then what do you say, two bearings, and then a shaft going through.
Really,
So it's really simple.
just wanted to build one, like I said.
Motor, two flywheels, square tubing, and then just this arm. The only complicated part of it is that little mechanism right there on the front.
Pretty easy. I don't have much money in it. All the money that I spent was basically on the nuts and bolts, grade 8 bolts, just to make sure they'd last, and that's pretty much it.
Hopefully, it gives me a follow back.
I filmed a little bit of it working, just to show. It's got some power, and it's not a 50-pound little giant, but it'll serve my purposes. So, thanks again for all the positive response, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. It's like a sewing machine or something, you know what I mean? Not very noisy either. That wouldn't bug my neighbor. Yeah, you can control the speed of it too, see? Just by stepping on it a little left. Well, I got the original motor downstairs. I'll show you guys. Yeah, let's go fuck around downstairs. I don't know who's watching or what's going on. We'll switch it out here. Oops. Love and positivity. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Hell yeah. Good vibes. Here, I'm going downstairs. That's what I need. Love and positivity. You're right. I'm just grabbing my phone. Oh, let me roll another joint too. Oh, put me in the mood to work. Yeah, I'm going to go dig up all the parts I got for this Robichaux power hammer. Yeah. And I'm going to give him credit if I build it and make a short out of it, YouTube short. Because he'd be like family. This guy's family. Through my grandmother, my dad's mother. She was a Robichaux Acadian. Acadians are a dying breed. Cajuns aren't, though. There's probably more Cajuns than there are Acadians. Maybe. I don't know. I have to look it up. Ask Rock or something. We're just French people. French people, a little bit of Viking, and maybe some native back in the day. I might have some native in me way, way back. When they first landed here, there was no women. It was just single guys, right? So I seen a good-looking squaw. I want to make her my wife. Mi'kmaq, yeah, the Mi'kmaq tribe. But there's no for sure verification. It doesn't show up on the DNA. A little sliver shows up if you look in like some other DNA sites or whatever, but it's like less than 1%. But it doesn't show up on the standard tests. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if I got a bit of native in me. Yeah, and they gave me a Métis card for being a descendant of the Mi'kmaq. So I got the card because I pay $20 a year to be part of an organization. I'm part of the organization to learn about French history because they're the only people that know about it, really. I mean, other people know, but they know the most because they're the people from here. So it's actually how I found my land. One of the members sold me my piece of land that I live on. He's like, "Oh, you're looking for land? I got all kinds of land." Yeah, because they got the land like hundreds of years ago, right? And then just kept passing it down to their family over and over and over again. People used to farm though and use the land, and now they're not using it because no one's farming hardly anymore. So this land that I was on was like overgrown farming pasture, and I got a good deal, 13,000 for 13 acres. But like, yeah, I wouldn't have found that deal if I wasn't part of that organization and you know what I mean, had that ancestry. It's a coincidence, kind of, just fortunate event, I guess. Yeah, so there's this old motor I got. I think it's from It's from I think it's from a forced air furnace, like a, you know what I mean, like a oil furnace, like from your house. It's got the pulleys, it's got the shaft, it's got all the little bearings, everything. It would probably work for the thing I just showed you guys. All right, I'm going downstairs. I'll try to work as long as I can, but I get tired. Oh yeah, and I gotta close the door up here so the forge doesn't overheat the place. Yes, puppy. Come on. It's nice and warm out. Like it's around zero. Yeah, you guys can see me there. Yeah, I got some of the parts left over still. Where are they? Yeah, there's a pulley here. There it is. Yeah, these are all the parts for that. There's a blower motor. If I had more steel, I could probably, those are some good bearings there, I think. It looks like they need to be cleaned up. Yeah, that's similar to what he made. I got some other bearings too. Hold on. Yeah, right there, those. 3/4 inch, he said, didn't he? Yeah, I think these are 3/4 inch. If I can find the other one. This is why I keep junk, right? These are smaller. Those look like 1/2 inch, I think. And this one's 3/4. So he had just had a shaft, right? I think the piece of shaft is over here. I could make it out of wood if I wanted to. This is another one of the projects I want to do. Where's that metal rod? Somewhere. It's a mess in here. Watch out, Raven. I'll find it somewhere here. Piece of shaft. Metal shaft. And then the bearings. I would use these as the main parts. Probably in this bucket I got over here, full of parts. Chances are. Oh, I better put that water in there. Yeah, here they are. Bolts and stuff. Just seeing if I could find the bearing. Yeah, and the part he showed that was banging on the metal, I could, oh, that's heavy. I can make it out of this. This is a solid puck of steel. Oh, it feels like it might be 20 pounds. This would be more than heavy enough to do what he was doing. Bang, bang, bang. But I don't know if the motor would lift it. So you'd need 2 of these. A drive pulley on the other end. And then the motor's over here. I tried to hook it to, what's this thing called? Planer, or what do you call it? Not a planer. What do they call a planer again? Jointer. Yeah, jointer. Here's the belt. I got all the parts for this thing. I couldn't get it working right though, because it's like an antique. Yeah, there's the belt. I'd have to just get more same size belt. Measure it, right? Which I can do now. Then the motor's just screwed to a piece of wood below here. Is it still loose or did I bolt it down? Yeah, so that's what I think I'm gonna use this motor for. Because it's yeah, it's bolted down. I'm gonna unbolt it. Get the parts ready for making that thing. Not today, but when I got more money and parts, I'd have to go to the scrapyard and get a big piece of square tubing like he had there. Looks like 3.5 by 3.5, about 24 inches tall. And then he welded the pipe to the top to put the shaft through with the bearings. Hold on a sec here. I'm gonna get a wrench. That's the kind of shit I'm good. I'm good at fabricating more than blacksmithing. I'm good at making machines or fixing machines or taking apart machines. If I can find my damn wrench. Oh. Kind of getting sick of the blacksmithing stuff right now because things keep going wrong. Yeah, this thing has the shaft right on it. Did I bolt that in there? I might have put a bolt underneath. Yeah, I did. Shit. Well, here, I'll show you. I tried to get this running. I think that's charged. Left it plugged in. This is an old antique jointer, but I got to get it working. This part doesn't belong with it right here. I put that on there. But I got that spinning good. The blade. The blades need to be taken out. There's two. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 2, 3, maybe 4 blades, but each one of them has to come out and be sharpened. This part's not moving. It's got these old handles. This is antique, but this part's supposed to lift up and down the table. Get on there, come on. Sorry, I only got one hand. Hold on. Get that on there. This wouldn't lock on there, so when you're returning it, it wouldn't. Oh, come on. Anyways, the other side cranks, but this one side won't crank. This side cranks and moves. As you can see, it moves up like that freely, which is cool. But the other side's supposed to move freely too. And I can't figure out how to get it moving. That's all that's wrong. And then this thing here, I think I got that moving too. Whole thing needs to be taken apart and cleaned and greased and everything. Yeah, I mounted the motor under there. That's just a furnace motor. So it's only like half horsepower. So it might work, it might not for what I'm trying to do. And I put a switch here. Power switch. But yeah, it's only 2 bolts holding it in. Actually, I could just undo these screws here with the metal, the plywood that's holding it in. There's 2 on either side. That's what I'll do. I'll pull it off. One sec. It's hard to stream and show people stuff at the same time. Oh, it's hot in here. Got a comment. Oh, it's the same comment. All right. Want to go outside again? You can go outside. I'm gonna open the window. Get some fresh air. I'll light the forge anyway soon. Give me a second here. Yeah, I keep seeing neat things that I need for blacksmithing or woodworking. And I'm like, I want to make that. I want to build that. It should lift right out. Just got to disconnect the motor. Go pee. Go poo, Raven. It's in there pretty good, though. There we go. I got it moving. Yeah, the plywood wasn't sitting there firm enough, so I couldn't get enough tension on it. Come on. I should probably go the other way. Ow. I'm just having steel toe boots. Gotta buy some. I had steel toe shoes, but they broke on me. There we go. There's the motor. Yeah, I'll just disconnect it. I'll use the same wires too. Same switch, because I can find more. Or actually, it is pretty cold. outside. Not totally cold. Yeah. Yeah, here's the motor. Right here. It'll probably work. Possibly. I'll have to get that off the plywood here. All right, come on, get back in. It's cold. Come on. Come on, you. My place isn't very big, so it's only 16 by 20 down here. It's just kind of small. Should have built it bigger. Yeah, propane's expensive, so you know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure I don't waste money when I make things. And right now I'm just learning, so I'm just wasting money until I start selling things. What? There's nobody here. I'd be able to see them at the window. You're barking at nothing again. There. Got one. What? Why do you keep barking? It's just me making noise. Yeah, I could probably make the same power hammer he's got going on there. That'll tag him, right? In the shorts. That's the coolest one I've ever seen. Because it's small. It's small and mighty. I'd have to find a steel pipe. Whoa, a steel pipe to put that in. There. Yeah, I don't really feel like blacksmithing tonight. I'm gonna work on some other shit. I might punch out the hole for that hammer. That's about it. There, that's a future project. I have no shortage of projects to do. That need doing. But if I run out of some, I can always make more. Yeah, I should get a cord. See how strong the motor is. That's actually what I had a motor like that on. I got another one too. It's over here. It's another blower motor, furnace motor. This is similar but different. I think this one's half horsepower. I don't know how many horsepower this one is. It doesn't say anything on it at all. It's really old. Oh, right there. Yeah. Some writing. Thermally protected. Sarnia, Ontario. Oh, right here. Half horsepower. You just can barely read it. It's stamped. No, 1/4. 1/4 horsepower. Amp, 5.6 amps. Sure there's a way to read that. Try maybe with a marker. And this one's half horsepower, I think. The other one. Yeah, there we go. I can see way better. See all the writing. Sorry about the noise. There we go. That's a trick you can do too. To read writing. That's the right side. Ooh, what happened? Fuck off, Brave Rewards. Alright. Yeah, there. Right direction. There. Yeah, see, 1/4 horsepower. Volts, 115 amp. They're really protected. I got this from those guys that go to estate sales. 60 hertz. This one must be stamped somewhere too. Whichever one's stronger you'd want to use. This one's cool because it's got a mounting bracket. Well, they both do. Yeah, I collect these old motors. In case I want to make a tool. I don't see any writing stamped on this one. This is the one I had on my belt sander, the 2x72 there. But it wasn't powerful enough. It kept stopping when you grind metal. That motor on there is a 3/4 horsepower from a jet pump or a water pump, in a house. Yeah. But yeah, it sucks that I don't have all the metal parts because I'd make that thing tonight if I had the parts. Let's smoke a joint. But I don't know if these bearings are any good. But yeah, this thing would probably be perfect for. I should clean up these bearings. Give them some WD-40. With this thing, you wouldn't even need to make the shaft. You could just bolt it down right to the top of the power hammer. This part's stuck on there. Hold on. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm either going to buy the 20-ton jack that's works with air compressor, but this would be better actually. Power hammer would be better than a press because you can just bang, 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 bang. Maybe both. Maybe you need both. Power hammer is more for shaping the metal, but a press, ooh, my gut, making noise. Excuse me. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so I mean, stuff you find is really useful. Hopefully I can get this piece off of there. I don't think it's part of it. I just want to see if these are actually bearings or if they're not. If they're not, you can't use it. Probably is. He had a leather polishing wheel. Here, I'll show you. Whatever old guy was using these, he had like a homemade grinder thing on it. It had a leather wheel, sharpening wheel, strop or whatever they call it. That's the wheel that came with it. And then there was this one. When I was grinding, this started on fire one day. It's on one of the streams. The sparks hit it, and I was like, what the fuck is on fire? So this was on the other side, and it had that. Then it had the belt driving the two of them somehow. Yeah, I think the pulley was on the outside. And this is the original pulley right here. So I'd probably use that because the belt fits in it to the motor. And then you would just step on the motor to make it activate. But he had a different kind of pulley on there. He had this. I'll show you. I'd have to find one of these. Hold on here. He had one of these kind of pulleys on it. See how it has different sizes for your belt? Those actually I need to change because this, yeah, there they are. I'd have to get one of these type of pulleys. I don't know how this thing works with how does it work? Do you put it on the bigger? This thing needs more power. This thing shuts off on me too when I'm working. There's another motor on this too I could use. What does it say there? Model number 120 volts, 60 hertz. I can barely read that. Doesn't say horsepower or what? Yeah, so you can change the belt on these. You know what I mean? To go higher or lower. I think this slides off or it unscrews. There's probably like an Allen key somewhere. Yeah, right there. You loosen that Allen key, you can slide this off and then. So how does it work? Like a bicycle, you'd have bigger on the front and smaller on the back if you want more power. I have to figure that out and change the gearing or whatever, the pulley ratio. But it's because whatever they got it on, I could literally probably just hold it with my hand and stop it. It's not good. Some grease there. Yeah, blue grease. All right, smoke a joint. What I was trying to say is it looks like on the motor that he had on his power hammer, it's got that special kind of pulley with multiple steps on it. You know what I mean? That's what, so when he stepped on it, it was kind of catching it and driving it. And you'd probably need a bigger wheel, pulley wheel. This probably wouldn't work. Maybe, I don't know. Everything else he did would work. And then I'd have to get a spring from the scrapyard. But like a shock spring, you know what I mean? From like a dirt bike or even one of those old mountain bikes with the springs. Oh, that was good. Good doobie. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this collar off. There's nowhere to inject grease either. Usually you got those little nipples where you can inject the grease. This is on there pretty tight. Kind of hurt my hand earlier when I was hammering right in the knuckles, the tendons in the hand. Ow. That's why I want to make a power hammer. If I keep trying to smash through metal, I did carpentry my whole life, so my hands are kind of fucked. I might just be hurting myself more hammering stuff. Heavy duty hammering like that. Light hammering's okay, but yeah, no, it's coming off. I'm gonna clean this up first. I'm gonna find all the parts, put them together in like a box or something. Then when I go to the scrapyard, I just need a pipe for this puck thingy right here. We'll measure that and see what it is. You see it? Yeah, you can see it. 4 inches. Yeah, so I need to find metal pipe that's 4 inches diameter, internal diameter, or more. 4 1/16 it looks like. It's probably been squished a bit from me banging on it. This was my old anvil, what I was using first. Oh. And then that's the height. The height is 4 again, so it's like literally 4 by 4. Huh. Yeah, so whatever steel tube you used, you can't have it come out all the way. Halfway at least. So you'd need at least a 4-inch tube. 4-inch inner diameter by 4-inch, height. 4 or 6. 6 would probably be better. Yeah, I guess. How much does that weigh? I wish I had a scale. I got this other thing for weighing deers and things that you catch. This thing here, but I don't know how to read it. It's a pound tension thing. You hang this up. Like that. Does that work? Or does it go this way? Yeah, something about how far this pulls out tells you how much tension's on it or something. Read to center of cable. Yeah, I don't know how that works though. I have to learn it, figure it out. It's an old school measuring thing for, like, if you catch a deer in the woods, you can weigh it. I think that's what they were using it for. Oh, I gotta pee. Let's go pee real quick. But yeah, that's the next step, is a press and a power hammer. Then I could just turn on the power hammer, heat up the metal, and bang, 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 bang. Make knives really easy. And it's not that loud. His was pretty quiet. So I don't want something too big that's super loud and my neighbors can hear it, because I work in the middle of the night sometimes. Like now, it's already 8:30 or 9 or something. Sometimes I work like 6 hours, 7 hours, just in the middle of the night. Oh, I got my lighter on me. Nope, it's gonna burn up the cardboard. It's beautiful here, quiet. Quiet, but it gets lonely. Quiet and peaceful. Honestly, that's the only way you truly get peace, is to be all alone. Come on. Come on, get in. Oh yeah, I want to show you this. There was this big heavy piece of steel. I was going to make the dies for the press out of this piece here. So yeah, get rid of this one, because that's only a 1/4 horsepower. Oh, fuck, that's heavy. Yeah, this piece here. This is what I made the top of the anvil out of. That's heavy. I got to cut a piece of that. Probably 3.5. Yeah, right there, right where the hole starts. This shit's hard to cut because it's so thick. It's an inch thick. Right about there. Where's that speed square? What you doing, puppy? Helps to make her some food soon. Yeah, I was gonna cut 2 pieces like that, and go from the hole to here, then bring the rest back to the scrapyard. So give me money back. Oh, this isn't sharp. There you go. Sharpen it up on the belt grinder. I should have bought the regular kind of welder's pencil, but I got lots of refills for this. I won't run out. Not for a while. There, cut this here. There and there. Yeah, then you'd have 2 dies for a press. And I'm thinking, because one side's flat and one side's rounded, you wouldn't even have to fucking, you know what I mean? You wouldn't even have to put in different dies. You could just flip the dies around upside down. And there you go, right? Good to go. Fuck, I feel like listening to Entombed again or something. Listening to some kind of music. Maybe I should just be silent tonight. You can think better if it's just quiet sometimes. I don't know. Some people think better with noise. I'm kind of one of them. Man, that's really on there. Trying to wobble it off. So I need to get out here. It's dirty. Clean that up. And see if it's an actual bearing. I think it is. Here, I can scratch it off with the screwdriver. Is this on? Yeah, good. Really dirty. Probably from when the guy was grinding and shit. Yeah, it looks fine. It's a bearing. A case bearing. Yeah, I'm trying to be positive, but the world's full of negativity. And that would be fine. But the stuff that they're talking about doing is going to interfere with people's rights and privacy. So I don't really like that. I don't want to have to leave my country just to have freedom. But I guess that's the way it's going, the way it's looking. These people, I don't understand these people who just don't want to leave people alone. You know what I mean? You work your whole life for a little workshop like this. You just want to be left alone. These people want to interfere with everybody's life, bother everybody. I'm trying to make this come out really slow so it doesn't make a mess. Give her the old lube. If I can get this other piece off here and clean up the other side and run it in the drill, spin it and see if it'll hold out to high speeds. Yeah, I really fucked my hand up earlier. Didn't realize it till now. Come on. This is that fluid film, it's called. It smells like fish. I think they make it out of fish oil or something. It says flammable and explosive, but it's not toxic, apparently. Wool wax formula. Rust's worst enemy. Yeah, what's the ingredients? Simply the best since 1943. Holy shit. What's the ingredients? There was a kind they were making out of fish oil. Oh, it says right here. Ingredients. There it is. Silicone and Teflon free. Where's the ingredients? Just seen it a second ago. Hold on. I can only see this far. As soon as I get like about here, it goes blurry. But I used to have wicked vision. I used to have like super vision. There, now I can read it. Non-evaporating, non-drying, stays in place, forming continuous, durable, protective barrier. Utilizes the unique molecular action of wool wax. Okay, it's made from wool wax, along with other corrosion-inhibiting ingredients. Wool wax would be like what? Lanolin? Same stuff that's in your hair. Displaces moisture. Apply one over damp and dry surfaces. Repels water. Resists washout. Excellent no-drip vehicle undercoating. Oh, cool. Penetrates through rust, stopping all metal deterioration on contact. Migrates to inaccessible areas by capillary action. Ingredients: pores or exposed metal keeps moisture, oxygen out. Oh, that's where it said ingredients. Stops corrosion caused by both natural and industrial sources. Where's the ingredients? Doesn't tell you. Bob Cajun, Ontario. That's where it's made. NSL products. Huh. But yeah, I think it's more natural products, you know what I mean? Not as environmentally bad. I don't think WD-40 is either, supposedly. I can't remember what it's made out of, but whatever it's made out of isn't that bad for you, supposedly. Still trying to get this off. I could make this thing out of wood too, but you do need the metal pipe for that hammer die to slide in. This is the only thing that would resist friction. This vise I found for free in the garbage at the scrapyard, actually, where I go get stuff for knives. This will get it out. Bob Cajun. The only reason I even know about that town is because of that Tragically Hip song. Bob Cajun. Yeah, one side's longer and it's got threads. The other side's just got a... Okay, that's the side you put the pulley on because it's got a little hole in it. There. So this goes on that side. Yeah, like this. Oh, it's the wrong size. So it's not the right one. That one, yeah, there's the right size. Or this one. Oh, that's not right either. Must have been this one. Yeah, that's it there. But I could get a bigger one of those if I need. Yeah, let me see if the drill will spin it. It should spin freely. Oh, it's really gucked up. Yeah, and he had all this screwed down to a board. Hopefully you guys can hear me. 3 people. That looks like probably. Hello. Yeah, okay, good. Wow, dirty. Look at the gook on it. Just dirt, I guess, and dust. But it's caked on. Probably the guy was oiling the bearing, but without cleaning it off, maybe. That would explain it being so dirty. Now let's try it out. Put some of this on here. Yeah, that's cool that it's bearings. This will be perfect for the top. Let me bring you over here. I should be able to hook the drill right to it. Spin it. I gotta clean up in here. I could do that too tonight. Hey, why is it not working? What? This is brand new, man. What? That doesn't make sense. What about here? It's not working there either. Don't tell me this new brand new drill. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Didn't work at all for a second. Is it this plug? Yeah, it must be the plug. I don't know, loose wire or something. Huh. Yeah. Open it up all the way. No, it's too big. The shaft's too big. That's what she said. Yeah, it's not turning very good. Still kind of. You'd have to really clean it out. Oh. Well, that's open. Yeah, that'll be the top piece. Well, I'll weld a plate to square tubing and then drill 4 holes in it and bolt this down because it's got 4 holes in it. Then find a bigger pulley, like closer to this size or this size in the garbage at the scrapyard. Put one of those on this side. Then the front side's got to be a metal plate steel, but not this thick. It could be like anything from 3/8 to 1/4 inch steel, and then just bolt that on there. Then make a what's that arm called? Pitman arm. Yeah, it's a Pitman arm, just like what's on your shocks. The Pitman arm with a shaft sticking out, so you'd have to weld a shaft to a round piece of steel. I don't know what size he was using there in the thing, but you don't want too big. This side I still gotta clean up. Yeah, that should help a little bit. Antique shit, man. Some antique stuff's the coolest. I don't think this moves either. Let's see. No, it's pinned in there. Piece of thread around it. Oh, he must have got something caught in it. Whoever owned this. He's dead now because it was from an estate sale, so. Yeah. Yeah, so you need like a 7-inch, 6.5 inch by 4.5 piece of steel to weld to the top of a square tube. I don't have any big square steel tubing. I only have like this 1-inch stuff. This stuff here that I was using on the for the hardy hole. Or I could weld 4 pieces together. Did this come off? Oh, it started coming off earlier today, I guess. So there's that. All these parts in the same place. Dropping shit. Oh. Yeah, I need a cardboard box or something. I'm gonna put them all in for when I get the rest of the parts. I got the empty boxes here. I think I'm gonna clean up a bit. It's getting too messy in here. There's this one. This doesn't have much in it. Just sandpaper. Some chainsaw parts. Chainsaw chains. Throw it all in there. Oh, there's the bolt for the shaft too. Cool. That's the top part. Solved. Just have to remember where it is. I'll put a note on the box so I don't forget. I can just look up and see where it is. Robichaux AUD power hammer. There we go. Yeah, that's my grandmère always used to say. You're a Robichaux. She was right proud of it. Her Acadian history or Acadian ancestry. She would try to teach us stuff about it. She would try to talk to us in French. We didn't understand. She'd say "Je t'aime" means I love you, and she'd call me "mon petit chou." That's my little cabbage. When I was a little kid. My brother was Beaujolais, which is like a bubbly wine, like champagne, because he was always hyper and full of energy. Yep. Oh, I should throw that belt in there too. Actually, I should measure this first so I know what size belt to get or find. Get or find. Just got to find the, what's that called? The seamstress. Tailor's tape. You got to have one of these if you want to measure something that's not solid. You just find a mark and then start and go like that until you get back to the same mark. There's the green. There. think that's where I started off. It is 37.5. Unless there's another green mark. Oh, it says right on it. 4L390 belt. Taiwan. But I might need a different size belt. Depends on how big the power hammer ends up being. But I can find that on Amazon in 2 seconds, probably. 490. Just take a picture, actually. Yeah. Take a picture of what the size says. Easiest way. Save it somewhere. What's going on here? Nothing. Nope. Okay, there it is. We'll have to zoom in on it. 4L390 drive belt. See what that costs on Amazon. It's probably hardly anything. Probably under $10. 4L 390 dash 390 90 belt. Yeah, there it is. Brand new. $28 and you get 4 of them. One of them 15. Continental Conti-Tech fractional horsepower V belt. 4L 300 cogged. I wonder what that pulley's called with the different size the ones I showed you earlier. I'll just look it up. Drill press pulley. Oh, and I should add one of these to cart, then I won't forget what it is. I do that all the time. I'm sure we all do. Add to cart here. Now, drill press pulley. I don't know what that type of pulley is called. There it is. It's called aluminum multi-groove pulley. Yeah, see? It's there. Now I know the name of it, right? Multi-groove pulley. That's what he had on his power hammer. Because it doesn't matter where the belt is, you know what I mean? If you step on the hammer or the foot pedal, the belt's going to pick it up and then it's going to start turning, right? And chances are when you loosen it, the belt's just going to sit in one of those grooves anyways. So it wouldn't matter. But that's for different speeds. Let's look on YouTube. Adjusting. Oh, hold on, I got to close a bunch of tabs there. That one, that one, that one, that one. Adjusting drill press speed. What was that pulley called? Hold on. Fuck. Oh, it's in the same tab here. Hold on. Aluminum multi-groove pulley. Adjusting. Oh, just jumped to something. Door hinges. Multi-groove pulley drill press. I'm going to turn on some tunes or sound so I can at least hear the video. Speed adjustment. Here you go.
Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
This is what I want to know.
Bench pillar drill like this, it may not be immediately obvious to you how you change at full speed. In the top of the machine here, we have a belt and a pulley system that is used to change the speed on these smaller machines.
I want it faster.
On larger machines, it is generally done with gearboxes and levers. On small machines like this, it's generally done with pulleys. So we're not going to change the speed on this machine, and we're going to put it on the fastest.
Or I could put it on the fastest speed and just put like a regular pulley shaft thing on the drill press, and then just steal one of those what was it called? Multi-drive pulley. Just steal one of them off the drill press and throw it on the power hammer I'm going to build, right?
Before you attempt to change the speed, it's highly important that you make sure that the machine is unplugged.
Yeah, no shit.
We're then just going to open up this top cover. This model has an automatic tensioning system, which is that spring there. That
Get to the point. Come on.
The motor in that direction. So we need to ensure that that is undone. Now we need to pull the motorbike this
Oh,
way.
there's a tensioner?
Now we need to tighten the thumb screw.
Let me see if mine's got one. An automatic tensioner between the motor and the thing here. Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, right there. That's what that's for. I didn't even know what it was for. Oh, fuck. All right. Carry on.
On the inside of this, we've got an handy little guide that tells you which speed can be achieved by having the belt on the various pulleys.
Oh, okay.
We want the faster speed, so we're going to put it on number 5, which is 3028 RPM.
Number 5.
You have to be careful when you're doing this because pulleys and belts like this can easily trap your fingers. It has been known for people to break the fingers on pulleys and belts like this.
I have heavy duty fingers. I'm not worried about it.
So we're going to start off by lifting the belt up at this end whilst turning this pulley. That will make the belt slip off the pulley.
Where's the drill part?
You have to be incredibly careful that you don't trap your fingers.
The idiot's not showing the drill press part.
Once you've got it slack like
so you can't see where the fucking the pulley goes to.
And you can then simply remove the belt.
Show the drill part, the
Once
chuck.
you've got the belt off, it's a good idea.
Okay, the motor's there. I can
make sure
see.
there are no cracks or anything in the belt. It's also a good idea to treat the belt with some belt grip. This actually prolongs the life.
I don't have any.
It makes them last longer.
Carry on. Oh, come on, buddy.
I'm going to turn it, and that will eventually pull it onto the pulley. Like I say, you do have to be extremely careful not to trap your fingers.
Okay. So fastest is you want it on the biggest one on the back, the smallest one on the front. That's what I'm going to do right now. Oh, watch out. Not enough room down here. Something I can do. I need something to stand on. I'm short. I ain't that short. I'm 5'9". It's just I got all my countertops at weight just above waist height. See, right here, because then it doesn't hurt my back if I work on things. So I got a bad back. Oh yeah, so that's easy. Just I'm not unplugging it. There's no way it's going to turn on by itself. It's just stupid. That's tricky, actually. This one you probably got to undo it or something. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. I had it. It's tricky. Oh, I see what he meant about the fingers. Yeah, because when you're turning it, you're trying to get the belt to go up to the next level. So it's going to want to pinch your fingers. There, I got it. There's one. And then 2. Now the back, I got to get it onto the biggest one. I want to see if there's a difference in power. Well, it'd be faster anyways. There we go. That's fastest speed right there. According to him, that closes. And he said this was a motor tensioner. Right here. That just keeps continuous pressure on the motor or on the belt. All right, let's check it out. Oh yeah. Let's try to drill something and see. See if it doesn't slip anymore. I got to remake this too. I need a two-way vise. I don't know if you guys can even see me. This thing needs a longer arm so you can turn it around the corner. Yeah, there we go. There's a two-way vise and it has handles and you can literally machine things. Well, that's what I got to get for this. And this moves the way they got it designed. It's fucking stupid. This thing should be staying completely still. So I made this part that lifts and lowers. I hardly ever use this thing. Just for drilling precise holes. They got to be perfectly straight. Most of the time I use the drill. So much so that I burn out drills. Yeah, let's see. I just keep the chuck on a piece of wire because I lose them. I lose everything in here. Let's see. Any old piece of wood. Sorry, puppy. Yeah, I should clean up in here too and organize. Oh, that's a dull drill bit. Of course, the one drill bit I picked is dull. Fuck. Jesus. Put the drill press, or the grinders right here. Angle grinder. Sharpen it in 2 seconds. So it vibrates everything off the fucking table. Oh yeah. Try another one. When my eyesight was better, I could really sharpen these things good. The close vision, you know, close up. It'll happen to you. It happens to everybody. Doesn't matter. How invincible you think you are. There. Should be sharp enough to drill anyways. It's not perfect, but yeah, this thing puts so much vibration, it just shakes everything off the fucking table here. I don't like it. Put this up here. Why is it not going through? Is that going backwards? No, that's going the right way. Weird. Yeah, it's moving. It's not saying centered. Still kind of dull. Good. Yeah, it is working. Before it was like stopping. It was holding this still. And then the piece would get stuck in the drill bit. So, success. Let's say that worked. Move. Fuck. Puppy, I'm sorry. Keeps getting in my way. It's a ritual with us. Get out of the way. All right, I'm going to heat up that punch. Heat up the punch, and so this will be my motor for my Robichaux hammer, power hammer. And I'm going to give it the same name to honor our family. I'm not a Robichaux, like it's my grandmother, so it's her last name, not my last name. I'm a Hilliard. I was born a Hilliard. Hopefully I can fix this punch. Ow. Fire hot. That fucking sucks that broke earlier today. Yeah, I really only need the end of it to heat up. I guess I could cut these dies for the hammer that I'm going to be making. Dirty hands. Dirty hands, clean money. Clean hands, dirty money. I'm not looking at the camera when I said, there's the camera, yeah. Dirty hands, clean money. I'm going to put that on my shorts too. Yeah. Wish I can do it right now. That's a good YouTube short. Dirty hands, clean money. There we go. Dirty hands, clean money. Or should I say dirty hands, clean money, clean hands, dirty money. Yeah, let's do that instead. Dirty hands, clean money. Clean hands, dirty money. There we go. There's a good YouTube short. And I want to do the one distressing metal. Distressing a piece of metal. Blacksmithing. I'm going to be yelling at the metal. You're fucking worthless. Yeah. Their YouTube studio. Oh, I got a notification. Oh, it's just my buddy found my channel. He was already subscribed to me, but I changed the channel to the blacksmithing theme. Before it was just a throwaway channel. All right, where do you upload? Right here. There you go. Ah! Why does it do that? Does anybody know why it does that? Something to do with the oxygen, right? Visibility, public. There, uploading short. I'm going to heat up this thing red hot and then quench it. Then I'm going to heat it up again, not as hot, and then just let it sit and cool off so that it normalizes. Then I can use it as a punch again because it's breaking on me. So, oh yeah, and I got to straighten it out. Yeah, should move this over here. And I got to cut those pieces. Yep. It's funny because I did have clean hands when I used to make dirty money. Well, it wasn't really dirty. I sold weed. And I got into selling other stuff for a little while, but not very long. So I'm not a terrible, terrible person. But I was part of the problem for a little while. That's already red hot. Cool. Old piece of steel. Should clean up too. Vacuum in here and organize shit. It always ends up back in a mess though. You think I should try to repair this? My punch or just make a whole new one? I think I should just do it from a fresh piece of steel again. I don't think that's ever going to molecularly go back together. With a power hammer, it probably would. If you welded it and then you like heated it up red hot and beat it, it would probably go back together. But I'm just learning, like I said. That'll be my forever lesson on not, not tempering steel after you quench it. The hard lesson. Did I open the upstairs window? I hope so. Yeah, I did. Cool. This is a good little forge. Not bad. Fucking Amazon. Now I'm gonna end up not using it anyways, though. So I really only got a month out of it. I'm gonna sell it to somebody. That's what I'm gonna do. As soon as I'm done welding up the new one, I'm gonna put that on to buy and sell. It'll be like forge for sale. $100 because I paid. Well, no, I paid almost. I gotta look how much I paid. I think it was just over $200. So I'll put like 175 or something. Knock a bit of money off of it. You know what I mean? And that'll go towards more supplies, more stuff. Trying to get the whole thing red hot because it's going bent on me. Should probably use those tongs. What you doing, puppy? Good girl. I love you. If it wasn't for you, I'd be totally out of my mind. Yeah. Good company. It's almost hot enough. Yeah, so that's next month. I gotta make the power hammer, the press, and what else? And make a few more tools, and then I'm good. I got everything I need, I think, to start just making knives every day. And the propane will last a lot longer too, right? Next month, those 3 tanks should last me quite a while, especially if I have a press that I can just punch through metal without having to sit there and hammer it. You know what I mean? Okay, watch out. We'll Hopefully I can straighten this thing out. Yeah, maybe it's better quiet. Kind of concentrate better. Just going crooked back here. Right there. Want it perfectly straight. There. I don't know how I'm going to get the back. Probably these ones here. I got to resharpen the point. Yes, Raven. There. Oh, it's moving good. The metal's moving okay. Must be hot enough. Fuck, wish you could just grab things. But you can't because they're hot. Fucking sucks. Yeah. There. Give it a roll, see if it's straight. It's already cooling off. Yeah, right there. There's a high spot. Where was it? Not too bad. There. Except the end's all thick now. I'll have to grind it. There, and I'll just heat it up again for the punch. Oh. So stupid. This shut off too. Fucking retarded restream. God. There. I was talking about the press I was gonna make. If I cut this, I should cut it this way. Sparks go that way. Well, the dog was barking. I don't know. Not feeling very motivated or inspired. I need something that's going to make me happy. I haven't been happy in a long time. People suck. They're all self-centered. Don't want to cooperate. Me. Especially women. And then when they do want to cooperate, it's with idiots. Total losers. No brains. Guys who live with their parents. Other guys like me have been on my own forever. Let the dog out for a pee. This is such a thick piece of metal, it's going to take a long time to grind. There's no tiny. long way to go on that. Gotta get sharper. But yeah, if I had a press, I could just put this on, hold the hot billet or whatever, and just fucking push it right through. One shot, done. No hammering. Let me get the dog. Go for a pee on my hoodie. Yeah, you want to go outside? She's waiting right at the door. I'm sorry, puppy. Come on. There you go. You're a good girl. Oh. Go out for a pee. You can hang out with me. I don't care. I just didn't want you getting burned. Hold on. Yeah. Good girl. All this land and no one to enjoy it with. Oh well, I can enjoy it by myself. It's not as nice though. Be nice to have someone here and go for walks on the land and on the trails. There's all kinds of trails back here. They go for miles, so you can get lost. You can go for like ever. You could walk for hours and then all day long. Literally, there's that many trails everywhere. Go all over the place. You can walk to the next town. Whatever. Any town. All kinds of people go for ATV rides too. I gotta go get mine. He hasn't sold it on me. Fuck. Been over a year. Almost 2 years now. Shit. Yeah, I gotta get her to take me by there. Say sorry, I forgot about ATV. Can you still fix it for me? Can I give you like $50 a month or something to fix it, or I don't know. You finished? I gotta make some food for me and her. Gonna make rice tonight. Rice and ground beef. And I'll throw Brussels sprouts in it, or put them on the side. Maybe on the side be better. Yeah, you don't even have to pee. You just like going outside for no reason at all. Just because it's outside. Cute. You're so cute. Yes. Cute doggy. Smoke this joint. I probably need some music. Really nervous about what they're going to do to our country. Everything I worked for will be worth nothing. Look, 1111. See? Keep getting that. 1010, 1111, 111, 222. Since 2019. Since the middle of 2019, exactly. I just happened to look. It's these numbers. Wonder what it means. I haven't been able to figure it out. I have a feeling one day it'll just be like, that's what it means. You know what I mean? Something major will happen and it'll be like on a day where those numbers are repeating or something, or you know what I mean? It'll be some weird event. And I'll be like, oh yeah, that's why. Either something life-changing in a good way or life-changing in a bad way. Hopefully a good way. I just want things to get better. Want to meet somebody. Want to become self-employed. The way the world's going, man. It's just fucked. Yeah, the tip should be sharp. That's how it looks on those things. On the videos I've been watching of people, it's like the tip's like this way, and then this way it's also like that. It's like a compound angle thing. So you'd have to sand it, file it, whatever, this way first, and then turn it that way and do it that way. You have to go on an angle. Let's see what's on the YouTubes. Record.
On. Bluetooth pairing.
Power on.
Bluetooth connected.
Life's crazy, man. You can put like all kinds of work into something, and then things don't work out for you. Then someone else can do like nothing, literally nothing, and everything just goes awesome for them. It's definitely not fair. My mom used to always say when I was a kid, life's not fair. Boy, was she fucking right. Sucks. Dwarves, Steel Tribe. Oh, cool. Oh, somebody posted my TikTok. They followed me. Yeah, I just can't get in the work mode. They still no, they still got me banned on the other Twitter. All I want to do is switch accounts and get into this one, the Woodstone and Steel Twitter. No, I'm not going to cancel. See, this is what they do to you. You write a post and they're like, "Oh, appeal." They go accept the punishment, right? And you can go, "No, I don't accept the punishment for free speech. I'm going to appeal it," right? And then they make you wait and wait and wait, and then you get pissed off and you go, "Okay, cancel appeal." And then they're like, "You're in jail for 18 days or 7 days or whatever for saying what they don't, you know." But Elon's supposed to be about freedom of speech, so why are these? It's almost like he kept the old algorithms from fucking Jack Dorsey or something. So, but I'm stubborn this time. I'm not giving in. You know what I mean? I do the appeal, and if I have to wait 2-3 days, I don't care. Fuck them. Hey, puppy. Kind of getting hungry. How long have I been streaming for? Yeah, only 3 hours. It's not that bad. Oh. Yeah, I just can't get my energy up. I got no inspiration. I feel kind of depressed, hopeless. Fucking sucks, man. Just so many bad things happened in the past few months. My son died 2 years ago, but I only found out recently. Just all kinds of stuff. Really traumatic shit. Oh, Russia joins Iran as blockade looms. Belarus draft. We're on the verge of World War III, you know. Oh, there's my short I made. Ha! Dirty hands, clean money. Clean hands, dirty money? Cool. Turned out pretty good. Don't look too bad. I've looked worse. Just trying to find something to listen to. Could go back upstairs and just watch videos, and I got no energy, man. Padlock. Who's this? Oh, somebody I followed that makes things. Oh, nice. This guy's doing some renovations. I'm following a lot of cool people, anyways. Then these fucking horoscope things. They're all like, "Oh, get ready for big wins." Yeah, when? I don't see things changing if I'm just outside here. I mean, out in the country all by myself. I can't see like some miracle. Nobody's gonna come to my door, you know what I mean, and be like, "Hey, I heard you were lonely. Want to get married?" I wish. Wish it was that easy. And I'm so bored with all YouTube videos and movies and everything. I'm just completely bored with everything on the internet. Nothing's like, except for like how to make stuff, and other than that, everything else I'm just kind of like, eh. Yeah, I guess I'll end the stream. I don't really have much more in me.